Hey guys, I'm Yogini. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I am super excited to talk to you guys about dating. I wish somebody had given me the dating advice that I am about to give you right now because I could have really used it. I have not been in the dating pool for like a year now because your girl is cuffed, which is great for me, but I would love to help you guys out. Because I know dating is frustrating, but at the same time, you are hopeful, you want a romantic relationship, you want to be in love, you want to feel the butterflies, you want to experience life with someone, and that's all great. Like, experiencing life with someone is the best way to go about life, right? But yeah, so without further ado, let me get started. I'm gonna give you guys 5 tips on what you can do to up your dating game, or at least get clear on what it is that you are looking for when you're dating someone. So tip number 1, you need to set your expectations in terms of what you're looking for yourself and what you're looking for in your partner. So for yourself, are you looking for a situationship, a long-term life partner? Are you looking for like a casual, like friend-ish relationship where it's just, yeah, you want to experience life with someone for the time being, for like the next 6 months, but that you don't want to have them in your life after that, figure that out. What are you looking for? Second thing, what are you looking for in your person? And this is really important. Usually people know what they're looking for in terms of physical looks, but they don't know what they're looking for in terms of other things. So this is what I did last year because I was sick of going on dates, and some of the same things would show up on some of the dates I went on. I'm just like, oh, I can't, like after a certain point when you go on dates, you get frustrated with dating, and then you just want to stop and you don't want to date anymore. And so get clear from the beginning. So grab a piece of paper and literally put down physical looks, mindset, personality, values, those 4 buckets. If you have more buckets that you'd like to make, feel free to, but those are the 4 buckets that I made because, yeah, I know what I was looking for in a guy physically, but the other things, it was always a hit or miss on my dates, and I'm just like, no, I need to write these things down. So yeah, that, and then you can also write your pet peeves. If the guy breaks one of your pet peeves, it is a no-go. So one of my biggest pet peeves was to be on time. And there were a lot of guys that were on time, which is great, but the few that were not on time, ooh, makes my blood boil. There was a guy that literally made me wait half an hour. We had a reservation for this restaurant for dinner, and I got there like 5 minutes before, we were supposed to. And he's like, I texted him like 10 minutes in, okay, mind you, I had already waited 10 minutes. I'm like, yo, where you at? And he's like, oh, I took a wrong turn, but I'm like right around the corner. 10 more minutes later, he shows up. I'm like, I know you didn't take a wrong turn because that was not a big neighborhood for you to take a wrong turn and be rerouted 10 more minutes, right? And so that was really frustrating. I did not like waiting for the guy, and I'm just like, no, this is not happening after that date. And so get clear on what you want. Tip number 2, be you. Be the most authentic version of yourself. I know on a first date, you want to impress the guy. You want to have your best self forward in terms of looks, in terms of your mannerisms, in terms of your personality, what you're putting out there. But, they're going to get to know you eventually. Like, if you like the person, and if you like them really, like, if you really like them, they're going to get to know you for a long period of time, and you're going to shed the outer layer, and they're going to know what you truly fully are. So why not just give that from the beginning, right? Instead of fooling them and stuff like that. And so just be yourself, be comfortable in your own skin, and don't be nervous for a date. because at the end of the day, you are looking out for somebody that is going to match your expectations and the life that you're living. And so don't worry about, oh my gosh, is he gonna think that I'm too fat, too ugly, or does he not like my laugh? Oh my gosh, I should not eat a hamburger like this. Like, just do not worry about little things like that. Just be yourself. So that's the second best tip. And then number 3, I know some people can get a little bit shy on the first interviews, but I highly recommend that you ask all your burning questions on the first interview to your person or to the guy or whatever, because if you don't ask the questions that are important for you to gauge whether this person is going to be for you, and if you want to continue to the second date, then you will waste even more of your time, and then later on down the road you're gonna be like, oh dang, I should have found this out earlier, you know. And so on the first date, people usually don't lie. They're like, you know, very open and very forthcoming. And so what if the date is like 1 or like 2 hours long? It's okay. Make sure that on that first date you get all the information that you need, and don't be openly interrogating them. That's like the worst thing you can do. But like casually, like, you know, continue the conversations with more questions, and make sure that they are meeting all the criteria that you made in that little list of values, personality, looks, and mindset that I discussed earlier, because that's very important. And with me saying that, have a list of questions that you could ask them, that will help you gauge whether they fit your expectations or not. So for me, one of the biggest things is traveling. I don't like staying at home. I don't like the nights where you just stay, like if a guy just loves to stay in and don't go out to restaurants or anything, I couldn't, right? And so I openly would not go for guys like that, and you could like obviously gauge that from your conversation about hobbies and things you like to do in your free time after work and blah blah blah. And so that was one of the really like big things. Like if a guy likes to travel and be outdoors, he's my type of man, you know. So just putting it out there, you need to get clear with the questions that you're going to ask them so that you know if they meet or do not meet your expectations. Yeah, so, and then that brings me to tip number 4, mind the red flags. Okay, the red flags, it's like hard sometimes to be like, ooh, this is a red flag, or like, oh, like maybe it's not a red flag because you really like all these things about the guy, but then there's this one thing that they said about their past relationship and you're like, oh, that's really questionable. Like, do I really want to be with this person just because of this? And so you want to make sure that, yes, everything can be great. The guy held the door open for you. He got the bill. He was on time. He has the best smile in the world. Like, you know, very charismatic. But is his heart in the right place? Does he make questionable life choices? Is he impulsive? Like, you know, has he had a relationship in which he's cheated on his person? Like, those are important things to find out. And, you know, you can try and find out on the first date, but if not, it's better to find out sooner rather than later. Then, yeah, then just like finding out like a few months in, it's like, yeah, I had this relationship that I'm still not over. And it's like, well, what are you doing with me? Like, it's been like this many months, you know? So you gotta make sure you're clear, and you see the red flags and the green flags. With that being said, know your boundaries. Just just because you love being with this person doesn't mean that everything that they want to do are things that you want to do. Okay, so you need to know what things you're comfortable with and what things that you are uncomfortable with. If the guy is comfortable with certain things that you find questionable, then it's time to communicate and advocate for yourself, because you want to make sure you have a healthy relationship. In addition to the 5 tips I have just given you, please get to know yourself better. So take love languages quiz, which I have taken it myself because I didn't realize what type of love language that I really liked. And so I realized I really like acts of service through that. And I love when the guy like cooks for me, or like, you know, opens the door for me and stuff like that. And so, yeah, you need to know yourself in order for the other person to show you love the way that you want. And so if you tell the person like what type of love languages that you really like, they can show up for you that way. And another thing is take the Myers-Briggs personality test. That is a personality test that shows you just like what type of person you are, extrovert, introvert, how you perceive situations, what you might do in certain situations, and that really gets to help know you yourself better. And you can also send that personality test to your person when you get to know them a little bit better, and you can, you know, compare both of your results, and like, you know, it's just a fun way of getting to know them better, if you didn't have that much of a strong idea after your first couple of dates. And so yeah, that's all the advice I have for you. Please comment below your dating stories. I would like to know you guys' pet peeves, because I don't, maybe I'm too strict on the whole time thing, but like, you gotta be on time. You know, what are some other pet peeves? I'd love to know. But yeah, until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.